Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome to my video. This ain't directly dealing with, serious survival tactics and things, as far as that goes there. But it's connected to the purpose of those videos that I put out. We're threatened with gun confiscation. We're threatened with, gun banning. The thing about it is, our Constitution is really, really sacred. Now, I'm not trying to undermine the horrid, the horridness and behind the Sandy shootings, the Connecticut shootings. 20 children were shot to death by gunmen in Connecticut, in Sandy school. My heart goes out to those families. For real. I do. I have a lot of empathy. It's... But I ain't going to spend a lot of time on this video for that. Even if it was one of my children that were killed, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you're just saying that just because, it wasn't." You're going to be going through all this contesting gun bans and different things and stuff because, you have no idea. You don't know what it's like. You know what I mean? You're not one of those people. Nah, fucking bullshit, man. Kiss my fucking ass. Let me tell you something, man. Americans have turned into such fucking cowards. Let me tell you, I'm serious, man. We are a sore bunch of people. Let me tell you something. Okay, here's an example. We, the majority of Americans, are so caught up into cognitive dissonance, it makes me want to fucking throw up. It makes me sick to my stomach. And what I mean by that, if you don't know what cognitive dissonance is, this is what cognitive dissonance is, okay? All right. You got people that turn around and protest and contest something, but then turn around and it's called compartmentalization. And what they do is, they'll engage in behaviors and habits and stuff that are very, very similar to what they're protesting. For an example, animal protesters, the killing and slaughtering of animals, fur coats and stuff like that. You see these models with these fur coats and stuff like that, and you'll get animal protesters get up there and protest the slaughter. But why they're getting up there and they're having to be removed from this show, they're wearing leather boots. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's cognitive dissonance. Now here's another one, and this is the biggest fucking bullshit that there is, man. You have all these people out there, the truth. I mean, they spend millions of dollars on these commercials and ads about truth of tobacco smoking, and But, they don't contest the automobiles, the carbon monoxide the automobiles put out. Well, that's because they drive a fucking car or a truck. You know what I'm saying? So obviously they don't want to cut their own throats. They don't want to engage in contesting something that they know is far more deadly, than tobacco smoking, because they got to have transportation to get back and forth to work. You are such fucking hypocrites. Now, the thing about it is if you take and put 40 people in with a car in a sealed tight garage, put them in there for 4 hours with the car running. Okay, it's sealed. No air can get in, no air can get out. If you put another 40 people into another garage that's sealed up for 4 hours with a chain smoker, who in the hell do you think is going to walk out of there after the 4 hours? Who do you think's going to walk out of those airtight, containers, those garages after 4 hours? It's common fucking sense. People with the running car are going to die. You could put 40 people in a garage, seal it up, and you can with 40 chain smokers, and after 4 hours, they're still going to walk out of there alive. You know what I'm saying? That is an axiom. That is a proven fact. But you think they'll do anything to contest the carbon dioxide and stuff that we breathe through all these big, manufacturing corporations, all these big smokestacks and stuff, and the cars, my God. You know what I'm saying? We're breathing that shit. Do you think they'll do anything? You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money. And that's the problem with this America today. That's why we have kids growing up that lose it. Rather, it's the hypocrisy and the cognitive dissonance is in the household. You know what I mean? Or if it's at school, whatever it may be. We shit in one hand and we preach in another. You know what I'm saying? But what we don't realize is we rub them together. We are a country with a bunch of hypocritical people that are so goddamn self-righteous that they haven't the sense enough to be ashamed of themselves. Look at logic, if it's not based on truth, is not truth, but it's wonderfully logical. Okay? There's a lot of statistics out there. This is what my dad says about, he says, there's 3 major liars in this country. There's politicians, attorneys, and statistics. Statistics, you can gather any statistics that you want to prove your point either for or against something. Coffee, 1 minute, it's bad for you, it's giving you a heart attack. But then another minute, they're finding some things in there that are very, very healthy and very good for you. So, if we can't practice what we preach, how do we expect our children to? So, the thing about it is people need to wake up, and you need to understand that throughout history, every country, that has not been able to protect themselves from tyranny lived under misery and slavery. I shit you not. It's historical facts. It's out there. Take the time to research it. If you're taking the time, to sign a petition, to get guns banned, or to call up on a radio talk show and talk shit about gun owners and different things and stuff, it doesn't make any difference if they're automatic assault rifles or whatever. I'm watching this talk show on TV and stuff, and this lady's just on there. Who needs an assault rifle with a 30-round clip? Who needs a 30-round clip? You can't hunt with them, blah, 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 blah. The fuck you can't hunt with them. You know what I'm saying? She's saying, you shoot an animal, just worth it. Like every single, assault rifle is fully automatic. It's not. She is so foolish. She is such a fucking coward because she doesn't do her research. And if she does, then she's going on TV and she's deliberately lying. She's deliberately giving out false information to try to persuade people to believe those lies that she is speaking of, on national TV. There's semi-auto. That means that you can pull the trigger. As fast as you can pull the trigger, that's as fast as it'll shoot. But if you pull it once, you pull up on some big game, a deer, and you pull it once, you're only shooting once. It only takes one bullet to kill a deer. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, is in some states they're legal to hunt with, and some states are not. But the thing about it is everybody has a right to protect themselves. And the thing about it is criminals out there, you know, the bad guys, they have a stockpile of weapons. And they're, you know, semi-automatic assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, you know, handguns. So the thing about it is you have every right to protect your family. And unfortunately, you got people out there that go off the deep end, and they are so diswrought and so screwed up into their belief systems, into their self-worth, that, you know, if they're going to go out, then they want to go out with a big bang because they want to be remembered. They feel like for some reason that's given them a sense of, you know, self-gratification in regards to the pain and suffering that they went through. You know, it's not right. It's not right. But, you know, people ain't going to change. They're going to go ahead and hold on to their belief systems, and you know, it's unfortunate. But I'm telling you what, there's a lot of people out there that they're not going to give up their guns. They're not going to give up their guns, and they're going to fight to the death. There will be a civil war, you know. And I think the government is really, really underestimating, you know, what they're up against. Because, yeah, you know, with maybe the first wave or here or there, you know, they may make some progress on it and stuff, but, you know, they don't have the resources. It doesn't make any difference if every single one of our military men and women were behind us. They pulled them all out of all these other places and stuff from other countries and stuff, and brought all of their troops home to police the entire America, Alaska and the other 48 states, Hawaii, you know, all the 50 states. They don't have the resources. They don't have enough Humvees to put on every single goddamn intersection in every single city and town in America. They don't have it. Even if they got help from Europe, the other, you know, other UN countries and stuff, they don't have the resources, you know. And if they was to bring in other countries, Russians, China, you know, British, whatever, we have foreign troops on our soil, shit's gonna hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? During a civil war, you know, we'd probably, most people I think would be probably, you know, it'd be kind of like, okay, tossing shots here and there, and okay, let's negotiate. Throw a few more shots, let's negotiate. Kind of like the Republicans and the Democrats do, you know what I mean? Even though they're in the same bed together, you know. But if America puts foreign troops on our soil to try to police us, I'll tell you what, man, you have no idea. They have no idea. It'll be really ugly. It'll be full blown, full out civil war, you know. So, but anyway, it just scares the hell out of me. I don't want to see that happening, you know. I have no way of protecting myself, you know. I'm a convicted felon, and I can't have a firearm. So this shit scares the hell out of me. And I wish everybody would just, you know, wake the hell up and quit all this fucking just cognitive dissonance fucking drama, man, you know. And, you know, the thing about it is the media, I never was one for really big conspiracy government conspiracy, theories and stuff like that, until I fell victim of it. I served 20 years in the Utah State prison system. 12 of those 20 years I did due to my Wiccan religious beliefs, not so much my crime. And so the thing about it is, and I have documented proof of that. I have recorded conversations with Utah Department of Correction administrators of halfway houses and stuff, where they come right out and, flat out discriminate against me and persecute me because of my religious beliefs. That was one of the biggest reasons why, I'm so against Romney. I'm independent. I didn't vote for Obama and I didn't vote for Romney. I don't like either one of the bastards, So, but the thing about it is there's a lot of the Mormon people who are very, very good people. But when you get people who hold authoritarian positions, whether it be in the government, who are Mormon and stuff like that, they are the biggest goddamn fucking hypocrites on the face of the earth. They're so goddamn self-righteous they haven't even sense enough to be ashamed of themselves. And they are very, very prejudiced. And, I've experienced how these people handle their positions of power when it comes over other people and stuff, So, they're very, very dangerous people. And we should never, ever allow Mormons to want to have these stuff. Never, ever allow a Mormon president. Never. I shit you not. You have no idea. You have no idea. But anyway, I want to wrap up this video real quick and stuff. What this video basically is, what I'm hoping to accomplish is, man, just do some self-reflection. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And, you only, isn't it kind of funny that you only hear what basically the government wants you to hear in the media? Here's a good example how the media and what have you stuff controls a lot of things. Here in Utah, you have KSL channel news. It's Channel 5 news, and they have a classified ads on the internet. If you go kslclassifieds.com, and then it'll bring up a lot of different sections, like everything miscellaneous, like bands looking for members. And I'm a musician, but I also have like a little recording business off the side that I do. Now the thing about it is they also have everything from ATVs to electronics to, and even firearms and other sporting goods too as well. Well, ever since after the Sandy shooting, they dropped their firearms, any type of weapons, whether it be archery, bows, handguns, firearms. They dropped those classifieds. They don't even list them anymore. Okay. Well, and I got on there and I emailed them and kind of giving them a little shit and what have you and stuff. Cars. There has been more children ran over and killed with cars within the past decade here in this state of Utah than there ever has any children being killed with a gun. So the thing about it is there you go. There's a good example of cognitive dissonance there. Okay, so I was giving them a little shit about this. Well, in retaliation, they dropped one of my ads in the musician spot. Musicians looking for bands. Now the thing about it is, what's so hilarious about this is that it's just plain out and simple. No confusion of retaliation, because there is another customer on there Another person who puts his classified on there for the exact same service, recording services for bands. And they didn't drop him. But they were trying to tell me that mine was in the wrong business category or something like that. So it's kind of funny, you know. But anyway, that's how people with authority, who have authority over what people get to communication, you know, between people. And that's how they can become very, very abusive, very hypocritical, and tyrants, you know. That's the reason why we have firearms. People, you have no idea. You would not have your fucking freedoms you have today. You would not have it so good today if we didn't have firearms. We are the only reason, our firearms are the only reason why our government does not screw us. Our government would, you know, corporations would be running America. They would be the government. They would be the government. Our firearms are the only reason why we are not slaves today. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. And you give them up, you're in a world of shit. And then, you know, when shit happens, you are gonna be, man, I know. You have no idea. You have no idea. You know, there's 1,000 right ways to go about something, and there's 1,000 wrong ways to go about something. And I'm telling you right now, as far as, you know, you're always going to have, as long as you have individual freedom of thought and emotions. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take away what you believe internally. They can dictate how you can and cannot worship. They can dictate, you know, how you can and cannot behave. You know what I'm saying? They can dictate on you know, they cannot take away your freedom of thought and beliefs. They cannot do that. They cannot do that. Never in a million years. It doesn't make any difference, you know. They cannot take away that. So, but the thing about it is, you know, you give them a chance, they will try. They will try. They will try to condition you and brainwash you from birth on up, you know, into believing a certain way, you know. So, but anyway, thanks for watching this video. And, you know, I just wanted to make this video just so you could kind of do some reflection, you know. Get your shit together, man. You know, look up and do some study on history and stuff. You know, we're never ever going to be able to avoid every single hazard out there. You know, it's just, you know, and who has the right to pick and choose what hazards go and what ones don't? You know what I'm saying? If I had any choice, I'd get rid of all the goddamn, you know, cars and go with electric cars. You know, so because of all the pollution and all the, you know, stuff with that. I mean, you know, that's just my personal opinion. And a lot of that just has to do with a lot of sarcasm and stuff, because I'm a smoker. I enjoy smoking and stuff like that, you know. But it's just a lot of sarcasm and a lot of animosity I feel towards a lot of hypocrites and what have you stuff, you know, behind all the truth, you know, commercials and shit, you know. I think I'd have a lot more respect for them, and I think that, you know, a lot of my smoking and stuff, I'd like to quit because I just can't afford it. But I think a lot of reasons why I hang on to that burden, that financial burden, is just for the fact that, you know, just to piss off all the hypocrites, you know, out there, if I think if there was if they would be just as ambitious in contesting carbon dioxide put out by cars and stuff like that, and be banning cars and going to electric cars or something like that, if they was to put forth so much energy and resources, monetary resources, in contesting stuff like that, like commercials and stuff like that, I think I'd have a lot more respect for them as human beings, you know. And I think I'd have I'd respect them for being impeccable and having a lot of integrity. But so far, they're just cowards. You know what I mean? They're just cowards, and they've never got away from their mommy's nipple. You know. So, but anyway, thanks for watching this video, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Ask me some questions. You know. But anyway, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks.